Thank you, and thanks for having me. It's now already afternoon, so good afternoon to everyone. Yes, this is a tall order for the IAEA, and it's not only about the money, actually. Very often people, when they get a task, they ask more people, more money. But here you need actually tools, because the verification regime here, and when I look at the framework here, what we need to have, divide this in 3 blocks. One is detection, one is deterrence, and one is the enforcement of the compliance. These are not unseparated triplets. They all go together. This is the first thing we need to keep in our mind. Then for the detection. Well, IAEA has very good tools, safeguards agreement, additional protocol, and now we are promised even additional protocol plus, which yet still need to be defined. But let's go back now to the detection. First of all, we have to look at it in different time frames because the requirements change with the time here. The first half a year will be actually setting of the baseline. And in order to have the baseline, you need to have a declaration from Iran that you know what they have or what they state they have. And to that end, this additional protocol plus has to be also put to a formal declaration process. Then, once we have this one, then the IAEA has to do the full verification, and for me, one of the most important things there is how many centrifuges Iran has today. We know there are some 19,000 in Nطnz and Fordå together, but the question is, are these all what they have? Because this has a direct impact on the breakout times which the people talk. Because this breakout time of 1 year or so, it's actually an arithmetic breakout time based on the declared centrifuges which remain in Nطnz and Fordå. But if you have somewhere a stock of much more advanced centrifuges, that's a different thing. And will certainly have an impact on this. Under Comprehensive Safeguards Agreement and under the additional protocol, the IAEA access is a little bit limited. And this is where the provisions of additional protocol plus will kick in. And in order to do this properly, IAEA needs to have additional access rights. They have to be crafted in such a way that they are surprise. It's not that you need to go through a long due process to convince the other party that I want to go to this place because of this and this. So there needs to be an unfettered access to information, sites, equipment, people, and materials. Without that, it won't be a success. And those need to be negotiated, and Iran has to declare those items as well. Then, cutting of the paths to nuclear weapon capability. I think we have a little bit simplified case if we say that it's only Arak reactor, it's only Fordå, it's only Nطnz or the covered. Actually, it can be a mixture of those. Certainly, uranium and plutonium you separate from each other. So the inspection regime has to be crafted in such a way that it deters Iran to take those, so that they see that there is a tremendous risk if they do it. And if they do it and are caught, there are consequences. And here is lesson number 2 to this end. And this is to do with the compliance with JPOA. Actually, when you read it, the way I read it, actually Iran has not complied fully with JPOA. Actually, Iran has had all the time excess uranium hexafluoride in the stock during this 1.5 years. It was supposed to be about 7.5 tons. It's been 8 tons. Actually, more than that 300 kilos, which will be the limit on this envisioned thing. And this is the lesson which comes from the past. All these red lines which have been passed in last 12 years. So when this agreement is negotiated, there should be no discussion about the parameters. Those which are there, one has to stick to those. And then the last remark is to do with the Arak. Well, since the Arak reactor has uranium in fuel, the physics laws say that it produces plutonium, whether you want or not. So I think that all the most important thing is here to remember that the plutonium problem just gets postponed, because after year 15, there's no limitation for heavy water reactors, and this is why Iran keeps the option for heavy water reactor open. I think that this is where I stop. Thank you.
Thank you.